Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, Merry Christmas.
Happy December.
Oh my gosh. This feels really weird.
This is
to
very
be
strange.
back in our setup. I feel like it has felt like forever since we've done a Champagne Whispers, because it has. Because while you've been seeing the rollout for, like a month, we recorded it probably a month before that, so...
We've not actually recorded in a while, let alone recorded the two of us here.
Yeah.
Just the two of us.
With our own setup. We did consider doing Champagne Whispers in the studio, and we might at some point, but I think there's something really sweet about, bringing you guys into our home, and I don't know, it just feels, the ho-ho home. I just feel like it...
This is us.
Yeah.
What, me, myself and I, but us, elves, and, I don't know, sky with snow. Anyway, so I'm Liz.
I'm Lily Emma.
Welcome back to Blonde Vibrations.
Yeah.
But
that is us. This is Champagne Whispers, but it's also a new series because we can't stop doing series on top of series.
Hey, it's not a series, it's a special.
Yeah,
but it's a three-part special. Blondemas.
Happy Blondemas.
Happy Blondemas. Is there any blonde in the room anymore?
Oh yeah. The other day I said to someone, I was like, I can't remember like exactly how the interaction went, but I think I said something like, oh well, me and my best friend are blonde, and they went, oh, like, did you dye that then? And I was like, well, obviously, like, that is the blonde, like, I am still blonde. That is just my root growing, but I fear I'm at the stage. We often talk about, Rob from Love Island USA said that he likes dark hair, but he doesn't mind if a girl's blonde, because if you can tell she's got dark hair underneath the blonde, it's still a brunette to him.
Well, yeah, because he was famously with Andrea.
Yeah, who's blonde.
And he was like, she's not a blonde though, she's
brunette. And I fear I'm now at the stage where, like, the average person now probably sees the brown to my eye and thinks, like, that's not a blonde. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm at that stage.
And also, this is the thing, I think I was in a bun for the last Christmas special. I never checked. However, this feels like a good, like, benchmark for each year. The bleach at the end, it looks like there isn't any there, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is dipped.
It's dark in here.
It's crazy.
It's not doing the most for our blonde, but we are, in fact, blonde. This is Blondemas.
And I don't know how many times I have to tell everyone, blonde is a mindset.
Yeah.
It's an action. It's a way to live. It's not the colour of your hair.
Yeah. So, feel like before we get into Blondemas, what it is, what it means, what we're doing, I feel like we do need to address the tuning in shaped elephant in the room.
We just, firstly want to say a big thank you. Tuning in, if you don't know, go ahead to all of our pages.
Yes.
It's women everywhere, all over here.
The craziest thing is we've not actually used the Little Women in any of the promo.
Not yet.
So maybe, I'm going to stop speaking.
But yeah, it's an all female-centric celebration. Yeah, it is. It's an interview series where we are uplifting women at different points in their artistic career. It's musicians right now, but you never know where it could go in the future. So if you are someone that's creative and wants to reach out, do it.
And we've received a lot of love from the new series. I think
big love.
I feel like we don't really get nervous to share things and to start new things. I think because we put so much thought and there's so much preparation, and I'm not going to rehash what we said in the intro to the series, but we'd been working on it for a while and we've been thinking about it for a while. But yeah, we had so much love, big love, and it just means a lot. It means a lot that people believed in it straight away. By the time you're watching this, all of them will be out, so it felt so much that Lydia, Daisy and Sophie came and did this first wave of interviews
When it wasn't anything
It wasn't anything, like, even to the point where, like, a couple of them, like, came into the studio and was like, so, what is it? Like, what are we doing?
And you know what's really crazy as well is we did it, and then we had a conversation after, and we were like, none of them saw any of the visuals for what this is.
Yeah.
It was literally, they just came in, we did it. They still don't even know the branding for tuning in.
Yeah, because at one point, one of them, like, complimented our interview cards, and we were like, oh... you actually don't know that, like, this is the branding. So yeah, it just meant so much that they wanted to get involved, that you guys have been watching the interviews, the reels, the posts, and also people who have been reaching out wanting to get involved. It just means so much, and it just is really special to us. I feel very strongly about the fact that, sorry, I got scared that I hadn't pressed record, it's been a while. I feel very strongly about the series, and I keep thinking every time I talk about it I can hear the, like, instrumental of What Was I Made For. I like, it just unlocked something a couple of weeks ago, and it makes me feel very emotional to think about it right now. But yeah,
it's the anti. So we were talking to Caitlin, first shout out, about just podcasts and things, and how men don't need more podcasts.
Yeah.
And this is like the exact opposite of that. That is women's voices. There is always more space for women's voices. Women from all walks of life and at different parts in their careers, and no matter where the career is going to take them, or how they feel about things, or how they got there, like, there's space for that, and we want to hold a big amount of space for that. Not to be, you know, defying gravity. Yeah, we want to hold space with it and really feel the power with that.
Yeah, but
it's true.
I really feel like tuning in is building a space and leaving space. I feel like it, from the studio beyond, you know, like the studio, the posts, the interviews themselves, the real, like, it just feels like it's a really wholesome space, and it feels like something that Blonde Vibrations was always supposed to do. Like, it feels so Destiny. And again, like, not to, like, lead conversation, but, like, they actually said this, but, like, a lot of them did say, like, this feels so right, like, and yeah, that's what we were hoping for, and I really hope that it comes across to the listener.
So thank you.
So yeah, everyone. Thank you guys. I felt like we had to say it because it's been a while since we've sat down without, like, huge cameras and lights in front of us, and we're, like, back in our corner.
Guys, it was really scary, like, being in a studio with, like, studio lighting and, like, backdrops, multiple like, it was just crazy. It's quite nice
to someone to help us do it, which we weren't, like, we were, like, partially hoping for, but we weren't expecting, which meant there was someone in the room, and we had to record the intro, and it was, like, the scariest thing, because we were like, we don't actually record the podcast in front of people.
I'm at my goofiest when there's not people watching.
Yeah, when we're, like, in this corner, we're, like, on my sofa, like, Harry Styles, my giant Harry Styles is looking at us, and that's it.
And, like, if you'd have seen the intro, I did the whole, like, wait, where are we? We're not on it. Doing that in front of
we finished it, and then he was like, do you want to do a second take just in case? So we were like, no,
I'm not doing that again. Don't play it back, don't let me hear my voice, it's done. We're locked in.
So yeah, very special. We've got a few episodes of these, so we'll do this, and then we'll talk about maybe in the third part what's going to happen going forward. But yeah, very exciting. We're very happy.
So shall we make it a bit more Christmassy?
Yeah, you might, if you're watching, you might be thinking, you guys have said Merry Christmas. You've not addressed the fact that you are in matching Santa
They're
dresses.
Almost matching, because mine did get stained. I'm just going to say that.
And I'm also very aware that a lot of people listening and watching might not have been listening and watching this time last year. So if you don't know, these Santa dresses are now a tradition. It was something that we started in our second year of uni that has now weirdly become a podcast tradition.
There is someone else out there with this same dress, like we are forever, like, invisible stringed with, and I don't know if she still has it.
Oh, surely.
I think I'm gonna message her and ask.
I would say she does. So we're in our matching Santa dresses. I did think about having the hood up. I was like, especially with all of this root chat, I was like, oh, should I just hide the root? But from what I remember last year is that it's a bit goofy. Like, I don't know if I could do a whole episode looking like this.
It's giving folklore.
Yeah.
Evermore, like
I'm not
Willow.
so sure, but, like,
I'm going to
maybe like a thumbnail.
Yeah.
So
This is Blondemas.
it's the one time a year that we get to wear our Santa's dresses now. Blondemas.
Blondemas. And we are both Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, actually, no, that's a weird tone. I was going to say like maybe Mrs. Claus and like Santa's mistress or something. But why would we pit two powerful Christmas baddies against each? But who's to say they're against each other? Who needs Santa? Am I right?
This is making it seem like we're a couple. Like, I think we need to stop this like metaphor.
That would not be a couple, would it?
It's just getting a bit weird.
No,
it's feeling a bit like wicked. Like the tension behind wicked. Like I feel like we need to like cut this short. Like don't run this back.
If you guys know Champagne Whispers, and if you don't, we take your guys's and other people's sometimes things that we've just been like milling about in our brains. And we just talk and give advice. It's not necessarily all advice you should take all the time, but it's just, open discussion. That's what we like to do. We just talk about things. Yes. But this is Christmas themed. Yeah. I don't know.
So the idea is that the question is, am I naughty or nice? Am I getting coal for Christmas?
COAL coal.
Which Alice found out while we were
because I planning. COLE Cole Sprouse.
So we're trying to decide if you're on the naughty or nice list for Blondemas.
Yeah, you're all nice in your own way.
Yeah,
you can act a bit naughty sometimes,
and you can be on the naughty list one year. Like that is true. That is allowed. Everyone's got to have their moments.
And if truth be told, we were typing in people's names that we know onto are they on the naughty or nice list, because you can do that.
Did you know that you can submit someone's full name to be in a printed copy of the naughty or nice list? You can submit full names and it will be printed this time next year in a book of naughty or nice, and you can select if they're on the naughty or nice list. We didn't do it.
But we could.
And thank goodness we didn't, because if a certain someone's name would be in there, people would be like, Blonde Vibrations did that.
And also, like, it's very... What if someone just did something really kind for you? So you're like, I'm going to put you in 2025's nice list. And then they cheat on you or something.
How are you to know that they're going to be on the naughty or nice list at this point? It's not even 25 yet.
Yeah, like, you actually don't know. But, like, they have to get cooking on who's getting coal and who's not. So I suppose they do need, like...
Need to start printing those pages. I wonder at what point it closes. It didn't have a closure date on it.
What an awful waste of paper in the times we live in. You can make it electronic, really, if truth be told. Like, Santa is on the naughty list for that one. So anyway,
let's start. We've done like a 10-minute long intro. Becky is screaming before her field trip.
That was my one more thing I wanted to say, actually, is with the whole tuning in and everything. Becky, editor Becky, you know her. We always thank her. It's not that she goes unnoticed for us, but I just want to personally notice her more. I think we could all notice.
Guys, you have no idea. Like, we planned for this is like a weird like dynamic thing. Is that we planned for these interviews to be about like 20-30 minutes short, but these were like the pilots. We were like, we'll see what happened. Obviously, who's ever going to put us on a room with someone and it's going to be 20 minutes long? And in hindsight, I think we were like forcing our... This is like the candidness of doing an interview series. Is that why did we think that we were going to do a 20-minute episode? It's not us. It's not our interview style. It never will be.
You can't put us in a cage.
Like, you can't dim our sparkle.
We might have like even said before that when we've done like festival interviews and they get cut at 15 minutes, we're like, but we had so much more to give.
Yeah.
And we gave... We gave it all to Becky.
Yeah, and one random Monday evening, editor Becky received about 3 hours worth of content that she needed to turn into 3 episodes and 9 reels. And she did it in like incredible timing, not a single grumble. And now what have we gone and done? Given her 3 episodes to edit. So
big love, Becky.
Big love, Becky. We're gonna give her a break in December.
She's number 1 on the nice list.
Yeah.
She fills the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thank you, editor Becky. Everyone, wherever you're listening to this right now, say thank you, editor Becky.
Love you, editor Becky.
Yeah.
Okay.
The real star of Blonde Vibrations.
Ooh. Yeah, and Shania Blonde. Okay, so we're just going to do one in this one, by the way, because this is multiple
we just
parts,
rambled for so long.
Yeah, so am I naughty or nice for snooping through my girlfriend's things for her presents for me? What do you think?
The streets will say yes, you are naughty.
Like, not. You the streets or not?
This is a real hard one for me because I am very impatient, but I feel like snooping of any variety automatically puts you on the naughty list. Like, I feel like snooping at its core, regardless of whether it's presents, unfortunately, whether it's like someone's phone or like you're just feeling a bit nosy and you're gonna like go through someone's like kitchen drawer. Do you know what I mean?
It's
like,
got a bad
ultimately,
reputation.
that is not good.
Well, I even said, okay, Snoopy, I think you're naughty. Like,
yeah.
you are. Like,
Yeah.
you might have your reasons. Just because you have reasons for something doesn't mean you become nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think, however, I am a very impatient person, and allegedly I have snooped before. Like, it's true.
For presents?
Yeah.
In my room?
No, not to you.
All right. Well, hey, it was just a question. Not to you. Right. Put the weapons down.
There was no hesitation. In my room. Like, no, I'm not snooping your room.
Knowing I have a present in my room.
I wouldn't even know where to
hey.
snoop in your room. Like,
You know where it is. I went, don't go in my dress cupboard.
I know, but like, why? Like, why would I do that?
To find out
do
why
you
I
know
got
what I
you.
mean? But like, why? But look, hey, I'm not saying I have this Christmas. I'm not saying I will this Christmas. I'm not saying I did last year.
You accidentally did last year, right? On Amazon? You found out by accident. It's not the same as snooping. If you find out by accident, it's
I
different.
often find out on Amazon by accident.
Yeah.
Like,
if you share an account.
Yeah, I think last year I might have got notifications when things were coming.
You can't be.
That's
helped.
not naughty.
That's
However,
not snooping.
I used to really struggle as a kid because I am a very impatient person, and not even in like a rude way. Like, I'm just like, I get a bit too excited, and I used to think it was torture. Like, what do you mean you're going to put Christmas presents under the tree for like 20 days and like I'm not going to know what's in them? Like, I used to find that so like I found it really difficult.
That felt so confessional of you, because every time you said you're
Thank
impatient,
you.
you looked away to the distance. That way,
Thank
you were
you.
like, I'm just really impatient.
Well, because I know that Liz knows that I'm really impatient in like every way. And my parents, I think my parents used to say, like, if you snoop, then like Santa's gonna take the presents away. Like, if you know what the present is, it's gonna get taken away. So I probably have. Like, I can't actually name something that I have snooped.
I think
But I have no doubt in my mind that I have snooped.
I might have done in childhood, but okay, we are adults now.
Yeah.
So I'm setting the boundary. Like, someone gotta. I said, I hate the idea.
Like, she's not going
Like,
to.
Snoopy over here won't, I will.
Like, I knew there was a reason she liked Snoopy so much.
Yeah. I hate the idea of someone going through my things to find your presents. Like, I've watched them do it on Friends. I think Chandler did it to Monica, and it's like, it will only end in annoyance either way. Because I've said, okay, great, you find your present and you love it. Your reaction's done now. You will never just find out what that present is again. You might be like, oh my God, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, they have got that for you. They wanted to see you get it. They wanted you to open it and be like, wow, you've just taken all of that away, that shared experience. Or you dislike it. You find it and you're like, you are joking me, that's the opposite of what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then you might end up showing annoyance towards the person. They don't even know yet.
Yeah, they don't know you've seen it.
Like, let it be. Like, yes, everyone wants to know what they've got, but there's a time and a place to find out, and it's called Christmas Day.
Yeah, or the closest thing to if you're not doing Christmas Day
Yeah.
together.
Like, if you're exchanging, you've set a time and a place,
Yeah.
you exchange then. It's not fair on yourself and the other person. Temptation is everywhere in this world, but you don't have to fall to it.
I think to not spoil Christmas presents is kind of an act of, and this is such like a reach, but it is ultimately an act of respect and trust. I think you kind of need to respect the person's choice in hiding the presents, because that's how present giving works, and also trust them that the present that they've got you is good. And I think that's something that like, I had no reason to not trust people growing up. Like I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I have real bad trust issues. But I think it's something I needed to, like, have peace with. Do you know what I mean? Like, have peace with, like, knowing that, like, I trust that you will get me something that I like, and I trust that what I get you, you will like. And I think that's like, because I used to be really scared of gift giving, and I think it was because I was so scared that you won't like what I get you.
You still feel that though?
Oh, I so feel that. I get so stressed. But I think it's kind of, you need to,
let go
whether
of
it's
that.
a friendship or a relationship, you need to just have trust that it is fine and it's a good thing and it's something that is not supposed to be stressful or like you need to spoil it.
Yeah, because I've said that, like, I'm assuming you're not going digging just to find out what it is. It probably is because you're getting them something back and you want to check you're on the same wavelength with things. If was this a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You guys are together, you have a shared closeness that is beyond just friendship. You should be in a place that, and you can do it with friends, family, anything. You can say like, hey, I just want to check that we're on the same wavelength with things. Have we got a budget?
Yeah.
You know, is this a thing? Like
we
a
always
perishable?
set a budget.
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
an item, perishable, or an experience? Can we just like set some like binaries on these gifts? So I've not
set some binaries on these gifts.
But like kind of
No,
that like I've not got you an all expenses trip to Hawaii or whatever, and you got me
a nice new lamp.
Yeah, or like some like chocolate that I wanted.
Yeah.
Like both are great, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
But if I was to then turn around and be like, okay, well, the sky's the limit, wink wink, then you'd be like, oh wait, the chocolate is not it. I need to like whatever. And you don't have to go snooping to find it, because you guys like love and respect each other. You might not be in love yet, but you respect each other. That's why you're in a relationship. You should be able to be like, I just want to make sure we're not on complete different sides of like what this present thing is. Because if you're like, I can't go beyond £10, I need to make sure she hasn't, you say it. And if they already have, she can be like, I might have already, but don't worry. Have the open conversation about it.
Yeah, I think also, unfortunately, as someone who like is really scared of the surprise of opening a present, there kind of is nothing like true surprise. And this is so not the same thing, but it's something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. You know, like when Ross got brought out and then Tucker, I was just walking away and I was just like, oh, you know, there's nothing quite like true pure surprise. And also, I was also thinking about it when Rizzle Kicks brought out Nico B at Jasmine's show, and I was texting her like, this is just incredible, like the true surprise when you actually weren't expecting it. And Liz does this so well with presents. Like, I can literally, like, I remember when multiple times at my birthday, Liz got me a red sheep jumper that I'd wanted, and she found it on Depop, and I forgot the sheep. And she often will say, I'm like, can I have a hint what the present is? And she'll often be like, it's something you want but you've forgotten that you want it.
It's the same thing
every time, every single time. It takes me by such surprise. And I can also see the little gilet thing that I can see 2 gilets that you bought me on that rail. And every time, like, the surprise is so good because it's so like, I've not even like thought, I've not tried to snoop, I've not tried to figure it out.
I will like big myself up.
Yeah, you're really good at presents.
I'm very detail oriented because I'm a really good listener. So if you say something, I'll note it for later, or I'll remember it. I might forget for a few months and pick it back up, but like I care in that way.
Which doesn't help to someone who's really scared of buying presents, but it does mean that you, like, I feel like since that I can really appreciate the surprise of a present, and like that's why you shouldn't snoop, because like waiting like a month for having that, like, oh my god, like,
it's
why
really not that long?
Yeah,
you know, if you're like, it's pure like unemployed behaviour to be snooping around in your girlfriend's room all the time to like try and find a present. Like, you have a life, go live it for a few weeks, and then you'll get the best
time goes
joy
so
of all.
fast.
Yeah, and I said as my final thing is put the snow boot on the other foot.
Oh wow.
8. If your girlfriend snooped and it turns out she has known for 3 weeks about this thing and you didn't even know that she knew, she opens this present and you can just tell there's like a fake response. Be like, oh, you got this. Like, you can tell a fake reaction to things a lot of the time, and like that's just not nice. So why would you then do that to someone?
Yeah, I agree.
I think like it might hurt more than it will help. So I hate to say it, I think you're naughty.
Yeah.
I get it, but you're naughty.
I agree. I think when you open the present that you think is the present that you snooped, it's just going to be coal.
It's what? Pandora's box. Like, you don't know what it is, but you don't open it, and then there's always the mystery of it.
And now that you've opened it, when you open it the second time, it's going to be coal.
Cole Sprouse.
Said that?
Who said that? Not even Dylan. Like, that's the true shock of it all. It's not even Dylan. Well, that's it done.
Yeah, so the point of the series is we're going to do like 2 per episode, but because we knew we were going to ramble about tuning in for a good 10 minutes, we're going to do 1 in this one and then do 2. And they are going to be weekly.
3 weeks of Blondemas.
Actually, you're actually getting 2 episodes this week because you obviously had one on Monday.
The true surprise of it all.
So yeah, so we'll be back next week with another Blondemas.
In the meantime, follow, share, like, subscribe. Wherever you are, do the thing that correlates to the thing you're on.
Yeah.
We have a website.
Yeah.
Which is on the screen now, blondevibrations.co.uk.
And you can follow us on Instagram, blonde_vibrations. What if you don't follow us on there? While we were rolling out and tuning in, did some soul searching and I realised I need to start being more active on Instagram stories. So if you want to see what feels like a grandma learning how to use Instagram again, I'll be there on the stories every day trying to post.
And this is, I'm saying this because we're pre-recording, so if it didn't happen, I never said it. There's also a Blondemas going on TikTok.
Yes.
Perhaps. There's something. There's some sort of festive activities.
Yeah, we'll be posting some sort of increased festive content.
It'll happen.
Yeah, there'll be something over there. God, it's been a while since we've had to like do an outro. I'm thinking, is there anything else we're supposed to be plugging right now?
You'll find everything in the link tree on the Instagram, which is blonde_vibrations.
I don't know if you can.
You'll find something.
No, there is still stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just go on the website.
The battery pack died, but we're off anyway.
Yeah, I feel like it's the most annoying time that a battery pack can die, and somehow it happens every time. But yes, go on our website, blonde_vibrations. It's all and our Instagram and our TikTok. That's pretty much all you need to know.
And see you for Blondemas Part 2
next week.
Ho ho ho!
Bye, guys.
Let it snow! Bye!